Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Welcome to Divorce Happens, the show where we support you before, during, and after divorce with education, inspiration, and a little bit of laughter. Because as you know, divorce happens, and then you start fresh. I'm Olivia Howell, and I'm here today, coming at you with a quick solo episode. Just you and me, to talk through something I know so many people face during divorce. Let's get started. There's a very specific kind of heartbreak that doesn't get talked about enough. The moment when you realize you don't want a divorce, but you don't want the marriage you're living in either. It's a liminal space, a painful middle ground where you're grieving something that technically still exists. You're stuck between the life you built and the life you can't quite imagine yet. And if you're in that space, I want you to begin with this. You are not failing. You are not confused. You are deeply, profoundly human. Most people imagine divorce as a clear yes or no decision. But for so many, the truth is far more complicated. You might still love aspects of your partner. You might love your family, your routines, your memories, your shared history. You might feel loyal to the idea of your marriage, loyal to the version of yourself who once believed this love was forever. And at the same time, you feel the quiet ache of the unmet needs, the loneliness of being partnered but not connected, the exhaustion of carrying more than your share, the sadness of realizing that the marriage you're in doesn't feel like home anymore. This is often the stage where people begin bargaining with themselves. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I can hang on longer. Maybe things will change if I just try harder, stay quiet, be patient. You start making yourself smaller in hopes that shrinking your needs will shrink your pain. But the truth is, you cannot heal a marriage by disappearing inside of it. You cannot create connection through self-abandonment. One of the hardest emotional realities to accept is that you can love parts of someone and still not be able to stay in the version of the relationship that currently exists. Loving memories do not override present-day suffering. And wanting to stay does not negate your right to desire better. People often ask themselves, does being unhappy mean I have to get divorced? And the answer is no. Unhappiness is not a mandate. It's information. It's your emotional dashboard lighting up, telling you something needs attention. Maybe the marriage can be repaired. Maybe it can evolve. Maybe divorce becomes the path. But none of these possibilities can be explored until you allow yourself to tell the truth. I don't want a divorce, but I don't want this either. And that truth doesn't mean you've given up. It means you've stopped ignoring yourself. If you're standing in that middle space right now, I want you to take a breath and remember that clarity comes in stages. Permission arrives slowly. Your feelings are not a verdict. They're a starting point. And you deserve to explore what's possible without shame, panic, or pressure. Whatever comes next, it begins with honesty. And you are allowed to want a life that feels like yours again. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. Remember, you deserve support, you deserve clarity, and you deserve to rebuild a life that feels like yours. If you need more guidance, visit freshstartsregistry.com for free resources, vetted experts, and a way to feel less alone. And of course, you can always send me a DM at Olivia Howell. I'll see you next time. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.